And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And the Hornets shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Tony Snell is out there with Portis. Then there's E'Twaun Moore. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Brooks in the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
And here's Charlotte. Outside, Kid Gilchrist.
And the Executive of the Year award is an honor. I mean, given yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
Snell, that's good.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
That's good. And that's now 6 points for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
Here's Roberts. Passes it to Hawes. 6 on the shot clock. Hairston kicks to Hawes. From deep. Kidd-Gilchrist, no luck. The Bulls have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Was another fast break score against them, and they just aren't getting back on D in transition. They've got to sprint back and find the ball.
Guys, they're getting caught flat-footed here, and if you're the coaching staff, you've got to get in their ear right now.
Tries to save it. Great D that time from Gibson.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Gibson the screen. Brooks the pass to Gibson. Kidd-Gilchrist comes with the double team.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad. Wow.
Here's the screen. And now Moore pushing it up. No one back to stop it. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Here's Roberts. Charlotte no good that time either. And here are the Bulls now. A 14-2 run over the last bit. And it's Gibson that time on the assist from Moore. And it's now 26 points here for Taj Gibson. Here's Roberts. Brooks covering. Roberts dishes to Hairston.
And guys, more and more, you know, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
Lock at 6. Snell, that's good.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
And speaking of more space for the players, there's even been talk of widening the court. What do you think of that, Clark?
You know, players have gotten bigger and more athletic, so I wouldn't be opposed to maybe widening the lane a bit. I know the owners with those front row seats raking in that cash might not want to expand the court.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. And Tayshaun Prince subbed in for Brooks. Moore with the bucket. Charlotte has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Roberts. They push it up 4-on-3. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got his third rebound tonight. And Roberts kicks to Williams. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of this.
Rebound by Williams.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off. But instead, he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
No good from Hairston.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Snell. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for the Bulls. Tyler Hansbrough is checked in for the Hornets. Walker comes in for Brian Roberts. And Heinrich gets it to go.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Charlotte shooting at 51%. Really solid. From deep, Walker. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Here's Heinrich. Another one falls for Chicago. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Hansbrough, the pass to Walker. Here's Hairston. Off target with his 3. Chicago has gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Heinrich from outside, and again it's the Bulls from deep. Charlotte has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And he banks in the layup. Heinrich's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
It's off his leg. And the ref's saying he kicked it. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for P.J. Hairston. Here's Portis. Another 3 for Chicago. Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
Brooks checked in for Chicago. Prince against Batum. From deep, Walker. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
And there's the call. Chicago the foul.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what, it would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
Here's Hansbrough.
aren't giving up the same types of looks we saw in the first half, making them earn their points.
Prince fires, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
And with that whole concept of playoff reseeding, so often we'll see a 2nd or 3rd seed team get a 6th or 7th seed team in the 2nd round. Meanwhile, Greg, the top seed plays the 4th seed no matter what.
You know, I think in a few cases it would have made a major difference in how the playoffs would have played out. And quite frankly, I think it also puts more value on the regular season if that #1 seed could play a 7th seed, if you will, in the 2nd round. So I think that's something that the commissioner and the competition committee might want to reassess.
3-pointer, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Oh, and here comes Prince all alone. Another 3 for Chicago.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Knocked away. Stolen by Brooks. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. That's good. Heinrich's got 15 points here in the 2nd half.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And stolen by Prince.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Chicago.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent, Greg, who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Rose. What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
And, Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
The basket counts, and 1 will go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. 7 seconds left in the game. Lynn can't get it to fall. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a nice win for you tonight, Joe Kim. What was the attitude of the team coming into this game and just in general?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress. And, you know, we just got to keep fighting and get as many W's as possible.
Congratulations, Joe Kim. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show. Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Derrick Rose. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And the impact carried them through the entire game.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
He was an offensive dynamo for them tonight. The way it was going, you could see sky was the limit for him in terms of scoring. And he didn't stop, at least until he was going to get 40.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.